Hi, I'm Dave from Locomotion Models. Welcome to the Monday Club.
It's Monday, it's 7 p.m. and the Bronx are on parade. It's time for the Monday Club, featuring your host, Jennifer Kirk, with the help of the Covered Monkey, and your host with the Toast Topsy Toaster, and a wizard called Gandalf, featuring the sounds of the Glass 08 Symphony Orchestra and the musical stylings of Gordon, the music maestro. Let's get ready to loco! Ho, ho, ho! Ooh.
Hello and welcome to WWC Next. We are an award-winning specialist and manufacturer for miniature scenery modelling. We are proud to have produced one of the best-selling Progress micro apps, and we provide quality products and systems with both beginners and expert modellers in mind. We supply and manufacture everything you may need, from static glass applicators, static glass tufts, handcrafted MDF and hand-poured resin products, all designed and curated in-house, with you, the modeller, in mind. You can find us at www.cnix.com or in store at Unit 6, Buford Court, Plasmal, Swansea.
A big hello to you. So great to see you, and I hope I find you well. Did we have a Billy's replacement speakers moment?
I hope not. I was hoping that we hadn't done that, but
that sounded expensive, said Jerry PBR.
Yes, it was. That's our sound deck.
And there seems to be a loose power connection. I was trying to get the Covered Monkey to plug it back in, but it took a little
It's hard
while.
to reach.
Yeah,
Sorry.
So, Billy's replacement speakers is sponsoring today's episode.
Yeah.
And it's great to see. Oh.
You see, that's what happens when you shout.
That's what happens when I do Billy's replacement speakers. So we've got Patrick Ling, Alan Reynolds of Buckland Junction, Aaron Ville, Rick Morley, Hillside Junction, Flymo Chairman 1, Dave Holloway, Ian O'Brien, Mike Lane, TT120, Alan Pollock, Wyvern Model Railway, Walter Hope Valley Model Railway Enthusiast, Leslie Gilpin Railways, Malcolm Moore, Ben Tullett, Dongans Model Railway, Ham Shackleton, Secret Anorak, Peter Jackson, Cheadle Heath, A.D. Pullen, Hot Dog Pilot Andy, Will Tucker, Patrick Ling, Harry Sedgwick, DCC Locomotive James, Stevie Film, DJ K666, Ian O'Brien, Rick Morley, David Scott, Mike at Pudham Junction, Dean Wollaston, Andrew Bettis, Mel's, Nigel Cole, Richard Knowles, Roger Woolstonholme, Not So Salty Sea Dog, and I'm really sorry for that little bit of a jolt we gave you guys.
I don't know what's wrong at the moment. We've thought we'd fixed it.
Yeah.
Topsy got very scared.
Yeah, Topsy is shivering a little bit. He found that to be a little bit much.
But we can sort this out because Dongans Model Railway has a birthday on Friday, so...
Oh! Happy birthday to you! Squash, tomatoes and stew, bread and butter in the gutter. Happy birthday to you!
There we go.
There we are. So, happy birthday to you. It's great to see you guys. Sorry about the little bit of a jolt we gave you all, but hey!
We wish you a Merry Gronkmas. We wish you a Merry Gronkmas. We wish you a Merry Gronkmas
and a happy new train. So
I prefer your version.
yeah, I do as well. So anyway, what's new here at We Are? I've been so busy doing lots and lots of filming. So it is of course a December, and there's so many sales in full swing. So I know a lot of you guys.
Are.
Yeah, it's like unbelievably good bargains out there, just in time to treat you or somebody you know in the run up to Christmas. But yeah, a lot of people like, yeah, hey, adrenaline junkies, yeah, don't thank me.
Please don't. We're not going to do it again. We didn't want to do it the
Southern
first
Train
time.
Girl B Mozza says, Pony knew in the Pony. We'll get there in the end. Pony knew with Nith. anyone. I'm just crucifying that Welsh pronunciation there. So anyway,
The only thing I love about Welsh in Christmas is that rapping horse that comes to your house.
the what?
The rapping horse.
The rapping horse. What,
Okay.
did it come and do your presents?
Okay, there's a horse skull on a stick with a robe around it, and it's like Mary fluid or something like that, and it goes down the street and knocks on people's doors, and it raps and well, it does poems, and you have to try and give it a poem about why it can't come in.
I was just thinking if it turned up and it's like, "Hi, I'm the rapping horse." You're like, "Come in, come in. I've got some presents that need doing."
You've got to give it a poem about why it can't come in. And if you can't give it a poem, it will come in and drink all of your alcohol. This is the best thing about Christmas.
And that, Your Honour, was how it all started.
Yeah. So basically, you have to defeat a dead horse in a rap battle, otherwise all your alcohol gets forfeit.
So Roger Wollstonehome says, "I got the Class 67 from TMC. Yeah, not a bad deal on that. I couldn't believe how cheap those locomotives were. Pretty good deal. I know that the track cleaning wagons just flew out the door. I couldn't believe that. And it's like,
Meow.
it's like, oh, nobody's going to watch this video. It's going to be rubbish." And they went mad.
Jen doesn't know about videos and how good they are.
Yeah, I find it very difficult to tell. Evening to you all. It's great to see you guys. And run up to Christmas. Doesn't feel like Christmas to us. So,
It's not going to feel like Christmas to us all Christmas.
or
It's
ever,
it's
really.
one of those things. We have got to that age where, because
Yeah.
we don't have kids, it doesn't feel like Christmas. It just feels like another reason for a family gathering.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
And I won't say no to a reason for a family
Sorry.
gathering, but hey.
Sorry.
Oh, have you pressed the buttons knowing that my
Press
fingers are
the
covered?
button.
My fingers are covered.
Yeah, I pressed the button, and I don't know why we bother having this Stream Deck anymore, because it never blooming works. So, Joshua Atkins says, "I love the BR Blue Class 31 model." Ah, but it's not. It's a Class 37 that's going round. So that is 37027 Loch Isle, which is an Acura scale model, which is here actually on loan. Again, not from Acura scale though. They actually loaned me the same, not the same model, but the same catalogue number model when we did the review. But that's here for another reason, for another video that I filmed for Wednesday. Also got...
Is this the one I still got to read?
Yeah, you were supposed to edit it today, but you went to sleep instead.
I've had that really annoying cold that's going around that just knocks you out a little bit. Right.
And then we've got Evening Star. Evening Star. And that's doing the rounds on a miscellaneous coal train. And then
Evening Star is one of those ones that we did the game of at Rails one time. We ran it on the Spectrum and just had Evening Star run.
Yes, you did. J94, great
Hear
to
that,
see you.
ladies and gentlemen? Yes, you did. Like
Yes.
she's accusing me of something.
Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction says, "I treated myself to a Hornby Sentinel Bristol Dock Shunter. It's my Christmas present to myself." Excellent. So, other things running, you'll see a War Department 280 is on a very, very long mixed train of all like flat type wagons. So we've got some Shunters match trucks, a diesel brake tender, and then a whole load of bogie bolsters, well trolls, war wells, and 22-ton plate wagons. I just saw them all in a drawer, and they were going, "Hello, can we come out to play?"
And you
it's
said,
like,
"Yes, you
"Oh,
can."
Go on, as you
Right.
asked nicely.
I
Yes, I
believe
would
you
love
asked
a
for
glass
some
of Coke.
hokey cokey.
Oh,
Because that's what it's all about. So I will go out and
so the
into
monkey
the
is
cold.
going for the beverage of choice. Yes, you do
Gandalf
that.
will be coming with me. However, he will provide a ceremonial statement.
The Monday Clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor is he early. How am I here twice? Did you record me in your sound?
I did, yes. So we have our renter Gandalf for whilst...
Renter Gandalf, I love it.
Yes. So there we go.
By the way, I am still building this. It looks freaking awesome.
Excellent. So anyway, War Department 280.
But I kind of messed up on this bit.
Yes, you
because
did.
there's you can see the line there. So I'm going to add a little bit of extra woodwork or stonework in there.
Joshua Atkins says, I need to get my dad's old Lima Class 55 Delta Royal Scots Grey, as it's been in a box for a long time. Mousehole Rail, big hello to you. Lee D. Holden says, Zoe, remind me of your email for sending videos.
Gandalf, would you like to do the honours?
Of course. At Monday Clubbers, if you wish to have your videos presented, then email zoe.robinson@gmail.com. That's zoe.robinson@gmail.com.
And it would be fortuitous to put a Monday Club as the title. Remember, people send us the links for videos, not the videos themselves. Otherwise, they will just not get through. So, anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, when the monkey shuts up and gets lost, we've got War Department 280 doing the rounds. I was looking through some drawers, and I thought, let's run some stuff which I haven't run in a very long time. So that's why we've got all those wall wells, well trolls, bogey bolsters, and 22-ton plate wagons doing the rounds. Also why we've got the War Department 280. Big hello, we've got John JMC, the Guru of Sound. Great to see you. I hope you are well. We were actually chatting on the phone earlier on. It was great to talk to you. Wolf Sex Scenics PW, Southern Train Girl, Walter Hope, Valley Railway enthusiast. So lovely to see you all. And what else have we got running? We've got, I've talked about Evening Star. I've got the Stevenson Clark Pannier Tank number 3650. That's doing the rounds. It was a Backman Collectors Club exclusive for a long, long time ago. I just thought it'd be nice to give it an outing. So they're the different things which we've got on the tracks. I also got Planet Industrial's Victory class on one of the ABC shuttles. It's just always nice to give that loco a spin. It's a flawless runner, really is. So it's probably going to misbehave now. So let's make sure. Yeah, there we are. Angle of the dangle has changed. Jerry BVR says, gentle reminder, BBC4 repeating the Joy of Train sets next Thursday at 7. Ooh. DJK666 says there were at least 2 PAL bricks at the Great Central Railway, by the way. Yeah, I knew that there was at least one, because that was the one that you may remember from Worley 2022. Wardle Restorations, good evening to you. Great to see you, and I hope you are well. I see you've been dredging the crud out of the oil boxes on your Great Eastern Railway ventilated van. I bet you there was some crusty deposits in there. Valleys 56XX says, I love the Kerr Stewart Victory. Brilliant logo. Absolutely, actually, it's one of my favourite models as well. I must admit, it's one that I mystery shopped and bought it full price. And I have been over the moon with it. It is a great heavy-duty model, runs flawlessly, and it's like the Ever-Ready Bunny. It just keeps going. 1968 Concorde says, as Brucey would say, nice to see you, nice. Good frame, good frame, good frame. DCC Locomotive James asks for a Monday Club Wagon update. We're still waiting on production to happen. Oh, hey, let me, that something's been very naughty there. I can, you little, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop messing about. Hey, look at that. You little monster, you. Right, let me just get this back on track. Right. There we go. Joshua Atkins says, would you recommend a Class 56? Just looking in the catalogue. Actually, at the moment, it must be said, TMC have got a deal on with the Hornby one. I think other retailers may do as well. But definitely, the Hornby Class 56 is not too bad. You can now get it at quite a good knockdown price. The Cavalex one is imminently due. Looks to be an amazing model. So you pays your money, you takes your choice. I think you won't be disappointed with either. Yeah, definitely a 56, well worth getting. Delft Junction, big hello to you. Oh, a degree of lateness implied.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thank you, Gandalf. So, what's in the news? Well, arriving into stock in model shops are the Great Eastern Railway J70s. They weren't actually called J70s in Great Eastern Railway. I think it was something like a C67 or something like that. But they are arriving into stock in a presentation pack with the Wisbeach and Upwell coach in the Great Eastern Railway livery, and apparently they look absolutely amazing. So I don't know whether we'll be getting to review one here on the channel, but it is one I must admit I am looking forward to. Now, the J70 was made available quite a while ago for model rail and released in the BR and LNER liveries, but we have got the Great Eastern Railway versions incoming. I believe there's two different versions, one in a more sort of austerity grey. You might remember the N7 from Oxford Rail was released in that austerity grey. I believe that the J70 is turning up in that, but then also the really nice one with the blue side frames at the bottom, which I have to say, it looks really amazing. Now, I am told that they have been upgraded since they were out as the model rail exclusive. Now, the model rail version had a 6-pin interface. The newer versions have been upgraded to take a Next 18, which will mean that sound fitting should be a little bit easier. And I believe that the sound installation on the J70 for the sound fitted versions, we have our very own John JMC, Guru of Sound, to thank for that. So really looking forward to that. Breezes 707s, and speaking of new models, I wonder what Hornby will make in the new year. Absolutely, and we will be covering the Hornby announcements. It's always a great time of the year. I always enjoy it. You know, don't get me wrong, I like the new format that Bachmann do with their announcements, where it's for little announcements, but there's not like, well, in 10 years' time we might bring out this. It's actually, you know, next 3 months, this is what you could be getting. But the Hornby one still has that kind of excited air about it. So we will be covering that. But there's obviously no clues as yet. But it will be quite interesting. But, you know, we've had a slew of new releases. We told you last week about the OAA from Rapido Trains. It's actually one of the best wagons that I've seen. It's so heavy, even though the size is quite a small thing. It's a really amazing wagon, it must be said. Really, it's just a case of a lot of sales. We've got the Class 411s, the new versions coming in from Bachmann. If you're wanting the Network Southeast or the Jaffa Cake livery versions, they are very expensive though. Ellis Clark Trains has been showing off the livery renders for their War Department 210s, including the olive version in the War Department olive, and it really does look good. I have to say, I was thinking about this when I put out my War Department 280 on the track, just how much more aesthetically pleasing the 210 version looks when you compare it to the 280. Now the 280, it just looks more angular to me compared to the 210. So I think that's going to be an interesting model when it comes. Peter Jackson Chile here says might be interesting as to who will be doing the announcement. Announcement of what the Hornby one. As in, oh yeah, because of course Simon Cole has left. I think it'll be Mike. social media guy who does all their videos. I think he's going to be the bunny to do that. So actually, I should drop him an email. Ben Davis says, have you seen the Great Eastern Railway tram packs are in stock plus the Tipfield Thunderbolt DCC ready? Yes. So it's really a little bit of all Rapido news at the moment. The regular sound versions of the Tipfield Thunderbolt have arrived. So we had the Super Deluxe versions and we had the DCC Ready versions. We've now got the regular sound versions arrived. So if you've been waiting for those, then they are now going to be in stock. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already done so. And consider sharing us to social media. Let people know the Monday Club is on and everybody is welcome. We have our host with the toast, Topsy Toaster. He's well bred as this one. And B. Mozza says the 210 could go around smaller radius curves than the 280. I'm not sure about that. Because the 210 it does struggle with quite light curves, and if you do go to the engine house at Highley, have a look at Gordon. The front wheels on the pony truck are actually scraped where they've made contact with the cylinder, just presumably getting around the curves to get into the Highley engine house. I don't think possibly either of them were that great at going around curves, although the 210 had flangeless central wheels, which does mean that it should be at least on a par. Knockers Lane says, got dead rail sound. Dead rail sound. Oh, right, yes. So that's pretty good. There's a lot of things like LGB you can do that in as well. B. Mozza says the real 210 had flex in the chassis. I suspect, there'd probably be a lot of sideways movement in the wheel axles. Certainly the Canal Hunslets had that as well, and jointed coupling rods, which did allow a lot of flex. Dean Fielding, great to see you. Hope you're well. That's an implication of lateness, wouldn't you say, Topsy? Yes, Topsy.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. And Flymo Chairman 1. Saying hello to new people coming in. Warbler Productions says, as I get paid next Friday, I might get myself a Whiz Beach pack, possibly in Great Eastern Railway maroon, as it looks gorgeous. I know what you mean. It really does look something special. Delft Junction says, Hattons are doing the Tipfield Thunderbolt, Jenny. Seems a lot are in production. I mean, we kind of had the market flooded a little bit because we had we've had Lion from Rapido, Tipfield Thunderbolt from Rapido, and then we had Lion and Tiger from Hornby, and not entirely sure how much demand there are for these, but certainly I've seen the Hornby ones seem to be in the sales a lot. Joshua Atkins says, I like the Bachmann Class 45. Yeah, the newer tooled version is very good. Certainly a model which goes back to the mainline days. But I think actually the most recent incarnation of the Bachmann model is pretty reasonable. Although Hellion also do a pretty good model of the Class 45. They did just recently announce the Class 44 as well. Secret Anorak, the Whiz Beach pack. Yeah, Whiz Beach and Upwell Tramway. So this is the bogie coach that was used in the Tipfield Thunderbolt. The Whiz Beach pack includes the J70 and one of those, I think one or two of those coaches, but in Great Eastern Railway livery. Breezer 707 says Class 37 seems to have flooded the market too. Absolutely, we've had loads come through from a Cura scale, but at the same time we've also had Bachmann with theirs, and I think Bachmann are the ones who've lost out. And what this shows actually is that price is the bottom line on a lot of these things. I've just done a video on the Bachmann versus the Rapido Class 37, and I'll be honest with you, if you ignore the price then I would say that the Acura scale model is better, but not by a huge amount. You can sit them side by side and they complement each other. The areas where I felt that the Acura scale one was better was actually in the electronics. I thought that the factory fitted Stay Alive really did add a smoothness to the running on the Acura scale 37, which the Bachmann one did seem to struggle a bit, even with the sound fitted version. So that said, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But the price made the Bachmann one too expensive, and I think that is why that has ended up in all the sales. Now, at the sale price, that is actually a good deal. The sale prices are bringing the Bachmann one down to what the Acura scale ones were retailing for. And in all honesty with you, I think that actually that makes them quite a viable option. Breezer707 says, I agree with you, Jenny. Acura kit scale 37 seems better. Also price. Yeah, the price is a real big thing. The Acura scale 37 is so much cheaper at the RRP than the Bachmann one that it was always going to be an uphill sell for Bachmann. And actually, the sound fitted deluxe, the deluxe bit, which appears to be the working roof fan, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's enough of a USP. Oh, do we have drinky poos?
A working fan? Wow.
What?
Yeah, a USP.
Oh,
A working fan? Wow.
Yes, it goes, yay! So I'm going to have some Coke because I am absolutely parched. I was parched when we started, but in all honesty, I must admit that all the talking has made me even more parched. So the beverage of choice at the moment is Diet Coke, and I'm just going to lubricate the old thropializer. That is quite nice. Raymond Legg says Bachmann has been overpriced for a long time, so is Lily. But yeah, we've talked a little bit about the reasons why Bachmann prices are high. Unfortunately, they are governed a lot by a commercial internal market and bidding for factory slots. So it's the reality of high prices or not at all. But they do seem to be ending up in the bargain bins a lot. We've seen the Class 411s, and that's why it strikes me as odd that they've brought out another batch when the previous batch are ending up in the bargain bins. The 410s, the 37s, the 47s, all of these do seem to struggle. John JMC, the guru of sound, says, I bought both of my sound-fitted deluxe Bachmann's Class 37s, took the Zemo decoder out and put a V5 lock sound in with my sound file. Much better. Big hello to West Highland Terrier 37s. Madden Steam Railway says, I actually saw the Titfield Thunderbolt on BBC Two a couple of days ago, just after lunchtime. So yeah, I think that's on the iPlayer now for about a month. Rick Morley says, I've always bought Lilliput second hand. Mark Wilson, the waxer of the DeLorean, big hello to you, says, can we have a Christmas quiz special soon, please? Yeah, the thing is, I have to make up all the questions. That's a lot of work. We are going to have a Christmas special. It's actually going to go out on New Year's Day. That will include the Jenny Kirk Choice Awards, so stay tuned for that. We'll have a kind of a roundup of the year, and we will be giving out the awards. We've got more categories than last year. We only had, I think, 3 categories last year, but this year we're going to have a few more. Shaky Hands Shed Model Railway says, evening all, implying a degree of lateness, wouldn't you say? Yeah, Topsy agrees, so...
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Watkins, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf. And James Petts, our what was it? James Petts, our well-dressed chap. He says the answer is always Daypole for every question. Joshua W56 says, did I see a blue 57XX? Yes, you did. Number 3650 in Stevenson Clark Limited blue livery. And this was produced by the Backman Collectors Club a little while ago now to celebrate the real number 3650 going back into traffic after a long protracted rebuild. When it was bought from Stevenson Clark, it was well worn out, and I believe it was bought more as a source of spare parts than anything else, and it was envisaged that it would probably never get restored, but it did get restored eventually. And when it went back into traffic, its first livery was the Stevenson Clark blue livery to celebrate the industrial concern that effectively saved it from scrap. And the Backman Collectors Club produced their version at the same time, and I just love it. It's quite nice to see a pannier tank in blue, just a bit different. So, let's change the angle of the dangle. Oh, there we go. Where's my mouse? There it is. Dion Wollaston says, I don't know what to get for Christmas. I have too many locomotives. What do you mean too? I've got hiccups now. What do you mean too many locomotives? That's just like, no, nobody ever said that. Yeah. Too many locomotives. Oh. Especially if we get some rolling stock. There are some great deals out there on rolling stock. Depends on the era that you model. And if you're like most modelers, you've got far more locomotives than you really need, but not enough rolling stock. So there's some good deals on out there. Hereford Model Centre. No, me bargains. Do still have some good deals on some of the coaches there. Well worth having a look. Kernow Model Centre as well. Got some great deals on coaching stock. Warbler Productions asks, is that Caroline in the upper yard? No, it isn't. It's actually the Backman Inspection Saloon. So I've had that for quite a while. I picked it up second hand. Quite lucky in that respect. Let's just move that up there so we can enjoy the Rapido OAA wagon. John JMC, our guru of sound, says, looking for aluminium profile for my LED lighting on my Westmoreland layout. Night and day lighting. See, I've got... I've put the remote control elsewhere. But I've got LED lighting that allows me to change the outlook in here. I can make it look like evening or a cold winter's day. I tend not to, though. Delft Junction says, Sea Cow Hoppers, brilliant wagon. Yes, I think the Hornby ones are marginally better than the Backman ones, but the Backman ones tend to be a bit easier to find. Paul O'Donovan says, greetings from Ireland. Backman do top quality models and I like their quarterly announcements. Yeah, I was saying it before. I do like that quarterly announcement format where it's like, this announcement, everything that we talk about will be here in the shops in 3 months. But I also like the excitement of the Hornby announcements. They're really the last manufacturer really to do that. So I think it would be really, really nice to see what they've got planned. Of course, Simon Kohler now has left Hornby. So it will be interesting to see whether there's a change in direction. A few people have said really want to see whether there's any more industrial locomotives. I mean, they've worked their way through the Sentinels, so we've had 4-wheel with and without rods and the 6-wheeled Sentinel. There is an 8-wheel Sentinel, but I think there's only 1 or 2 examples of those, so I can't see them doing that myself. But in terms of industrial locomotives, maybe a Hunslet Canal tank might be something. that a manufacturer might think about doing. Certainly, we've had some really good industrial announcements. So, yeah, never say never. Dion Wollaston says, I have over 250 DCC locos with 95% sound fitted. Oh, wow, that's a lot of sound, it must be said. But 250 DCC locomotives, I've got nearly 400. You haven't got too much.
Hello again.
Somebody was asking about a TARDIS. Peter Jackson Teedle Heath says, is that a TARDIS right at the back of the layout? Right at the back? No. Where is the other one? Oh, you've left it where it was. So, I think actually, let's. What do you do? Oh, don't break my stuff. I don't think anybody else. No, nobody will see it there.
That's the point.
What do you mean? That's the point?
They can't see
Oh,
it.
everybody! No, you can pass that over here. I'm gonna put it somewhere in a bit. So,
You're going to put it in a bit? Okay.
in a bit, right? Do you want to make the camera
Why
work?
does no camera work this week?
A couple of them have. It's your filthy presence.
It's just getting so frustrating after
It's like why have we
every
got,
single time.
why have we got a stream deck?
Yeah.
Jerry BBR says Zoe can now justifying have 2 TARDISes on the layout, as it's now canon.
Oh, don't spoil. No spoilers, guys. This is something that really... I'm not going at anyone here, but I have to say this. I'm so angry with every single Doctor Who group on Twitter, Facebook, every single blog, all trying to be the one with the scoop and absolutely ruining every single scene from all of these specials.
But
They have to be there. I'm not... This
there
is
was
no kidding.
5 in 5 Doctors.
There's no word of a lie here. 20 minutes after that episode where the 14th Doctor regenerates into the 15th. 20 minutes, and someone had a blog with, as the link photo for social media, a huge spoiler about what happened.
Yeah, but there's always people who are completely
Yeah,
utter
but they get
gremlins.
pushed by the algorithm. So I haven't seen the episode. I know what happens during the regeneration. Thanks very much to every single person who's running a blog.
Okay. Right, I think we've touched a nerve there with the monkey of cupboardness.
Yeah, I wanted to enjoy it once I got the discs.
Yeah, Joshua Atkins. Yeah, the Class 35 is the high mech. Within Model Railway says, my biggest problem is where to store all the boxes for my locos and rollers. Yeah, I know
That is a problem, yes.
underneath where yard is solid boxes. Underneath the fiddle yard layer.
Right, I'm not. No word of. I'm not. No. Remove and put user in timeout. 5 minutes.
Okay.
I was not kidding. No spoilers.
Okay. James Pett says, I put boxes in my attic. We are in my attic! And there's like boxes are everywhere. I've run out of space for the boxes. Peter Jackson Cheadle Heath asks, is that water feature new? I have to say, no, it's not. It's just that the cameras ended up being angled down a little bit more than normal.
Yeah.
I need to dust it, actually, because the pond's gone a bit dusty. And that pond has been there since the early days. Right on Track says, Jenny, have you tried the Model U AR competition? I have not, no, I haven't.
What's AR? Artificial reality?
I don't know.
Augmented reality?
Dion Wollaston says, I have to put my boxes up in the loft. Warbler Productions has spotted the TARDIS.
Oh, I really...
You thought that nobody would spot. I said he'd have it in 5 seconds. So Warbler,
Yeah.
you're letting the side down. Where's the other one?
You're holding it in your hand, you little
No,
git.
the other one that was open.
The one that's open, the one that I've poured into my glass.
Oh, that would do it. So
You want to tell?
talk to
you wanna
the
see
nice
what the,
people.
I'll tell you what she's just done. She got hold of that bottle, hid it behind the table that's just underneath Topsy here. Hello, Topsy. And then went to me, where's the bottle? See, she does this to me every single year. Every single year, every single week. She's really annoying.
Come on, calm down.
I am being calm, I'm annoying.
Yes, you are annoying. Yes, she admits it. She admits it tonight. Spanner Railway says, I am the person who throws the boxes in the bin.
James May, hello.
Yeah, so nice to see James May is in.
Oh, that is good.
How's the hamster? He hasn't crashed a car in a while. Is he well?
The last Doctor Who I saw had Bertie Bassett in it. Oh, the Happiness Patrol back in the 80s.
Oh yes, with that was Mel as the companion.
Ah, Wobbler says he's posted it twice, but we were commenting on stuff. There we go.
Oh right, so you weren't
Well,
quite there. From the
In that case, we need to move on so the Doctor can move on.
Okay. Fly My Chairman 1 says, hello and welcome. I saw an empty Hornby set box going for £3,500. Yeah. Now, it's absolutely true that in a lot of instances, and we saw this with like Hornby 00 collecting in the 80s and 90s, that the adage was the box is often worth more than the contents.
Yes.
And it can be quite true. And this carries over to any toys, really, because most kids don't keep the boxes.
In fact, there is a rule in the toy collecting groups, which neither of us are actually a keen member of, but I do watch some of the blogs, that if you sit outside of some toy shops and watch what kids are opening as they leave the shop, that is what you invest in. Because that's the one that you want boxed for the future, because no one's going to have it.
Zantex says, I use Dapol. It says I sue Dapol. I think that's a typo. I use Dapol and Kato boxes to take stuff to and from the Model Railway Club, as they are foam padded, unlike Farish boxes. Yeah. Some of the boxes are actually quite good for that.
Padded for the extra protection while travelling is a good idea.
DJ K666 says, I've managed to find a replacement box for my mainline pannier online. Yeah, and sometimes, there are people as well who are trying to find the boxes to put stuff that they've bought second hand without boxes into boxes. Yep. But, always used to be the thing with Hornby 00 collecting, that as a rule of thumb, the box could triple or quadruple the value. Mm-hmm. Hence the adage that the box was worth more than the contents. David J says, evening Jenny, I heard somewhere that you were going to do or have done a video on forced perspective. It's something I'm very interested in.
I've still
working down
that one,
from
yes,
O-Gauge from a next project. Yes, that will be going out on Friday, and I believe that there's an implication of lateness here, Gandalf.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Richard Knoll says some of the stuff on eBay is absolute bonkers.
Yes.
You said the magic word eBay.
Ebagum.
eBay. No, that's the
Yorkshire version. Yes.
Yeah. Melchester Mother Railway says, where do you store all your boxes? You must have hundreds. Yes, underneath the fiddle yard layer. So basically, you look at Weir Yard, and there's the layout. There's a fiddle yard which runs under probably 3/4 of the underneath. And then underneath that is just boxes from carpet level up to tight underneath the baseboards.
Paul Bryan says, can you help me? When Gandalf says his piece, I get the Monday clubs are never early or late, but what does he call the wagons? To me it sounds like Toto wagons. Is that due to biscuit crumbs? No, we used to say Frodo Baggins, but someone suggested that it might be more fitting to create a character of Todo Wagons, T-O-D-O Wagons.
No, T-O-A-D.
Todo, yes.
As in Toad Break Fan.
Yes, Toad O Wagons. So now that's what Gandalf calls everyone.
Steve Ball says, notice Kerno are selling off spare bodies of some of their exclusive models. Does anyone know if they're seconds? They won't be seconds. What you may well find is that after they've done warranty repairs, you always end up with locomotives that can't be repaired, so they get stripped for bits.
Yeah.
Now, the repairs are usually things like wheels, valve gear, motors, PCB boards, that kind of thing. So after they've done that, they'll end up with a few bodies.
Why do you say PCB boards?
Because I'm just trying to wind you
Printed
up.
circuit board boards?
Yes.
Are you one of those that says pin number?
Yeah, or LCD display.
Yes. A git. That's basically
That
it,
was
isn't
it, yes. Yes.
So what were you
A
saying?
GIT git. Dear. So Growler Blackwood Engage layout says, same here, Jenny. Boxes are under the lower fiddle yard. And I've run out of space.
That's not a joke either. She really has.
I really have. Knockers Lane says, I bin my boxes, otherwise I have a park, and then there's, I think it's got corrupted. It just says ho, full of empty boxes. B2000 10,000 Euro Toys Channel said type something. It's gone off the top now.
Well, you've got the mouse. I can scroll back though.
Yeah. Where's
it gone?
You might
still
want
not
to
there?
go up a little bit more. Wow, you guys have been where?
Near the top.
B2000 RO Toys Channel says, Jenny, my Hornby Thomas Flying Scotsman Ringfield motor keeps short-circuiting on my track. I looked it all over and cannot find anything wrong with it. I need your help. Right, if it's short-circuiting, what it means is that somehow power is getting from one wheel to the other without going through the motor. So somewhere in the electrics, there's something which is shorted. And usually that could be, have a look at the joints where wires are soldered, just see whether there's something that is touching a bit of the metal chassis that it shouldn't. You can also find that wires sometimes get chafed. If they're gripped tight, eventually it can work through the plastic insulation and the metal core of the wire ends up able to touch the metal chassis of the locomotive.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So they are quite simple things. Essentially, just take the body off and follow the wires, paying careful attention to any bit where you could see that the wire might be frayed, or anywhere where it could be trapped, anything like that. Another thing that can cause a short is you end up with like black carbon gunk on the commutator. Now you have to be quite careful not to cause any damage cleaning this. Electrical contact cleaner spray is very, very good. It won't damage the motor, but it's very good at blasting any dirt out. And sometimes you get carbon from the brushes will get into the gaps in the commutator going round, and that's the shiny sort of brass or copper coloured ring at the top that the brushes press against. It's like a collar with gaps in, and each gap is a separate bit which is connected to one of the coils on the motor, on the armature. If those gaps get plugged with carbon from the brushes, which they can do over time, that carbon does conduct, so you end up with a short. Now you can just clean that out. I use a very tiny screwdriver. Don't apply any pressure because you might damage something, but you just gently move it out. A wooden cocktail stick as well is really good because that won't tend to damage things because it's softer than the metal or even the plastic. And just dig that carbon deposits out. Those are the things that I would suggest.
That was very thorough, Jen. Thank you.
Yeah, so some of my experiences of reviving locomotives.
And I think that's one of the things that people love the most about this channel. That you will happily share your experiences of all the things that you've done wrong.
Oh, absolutely. I do actually have a video of reviving a suspected burnt-out locomotive. And that had precisely that problem. It was a Bachmann N-class. And it caused it ran intermittently. It would leave a trail of suspicious smelling smoke. So you didn't try and run it for long because it was clearly burning itself out.
Yeah.
And it would trip out the controller. And that locomotive was successfully revived by cleaning the commutator. And it was quite simply, it had been bridged by carbon deposits. Knockers Lane says, I have a twin unit park home. It is full of model railway. Excellent.
That is pretty cool.
Dongit's Model Railway says, I had that with the Hellion 47. There was a spot where both wheels were touching the chassis block when it went over a crest. Yeah, that's another place to look. Is something bridging on the wheels? Because bear in mind, if it's got a solid cast chassis block, then one set of wheels has to be insulated from that.
Yeah.
So if you get like just even like the bushes, you normally have a bush that sort of sticks out the back of the wheel, so it pushes the wheel off the chassis block and stops it being able to touch. Now over time that can wear down just with a lot of use, and it'll bring your wheel closer and closer to the chassis. If you can get the wheels off, you can just put something like plastic washers, thin plastic washers. You can make some out of plastic card if you need to, behind, just to space them back off. But yeah, Stevie Film says chafed chassis, never a good thing. Oh yeah, but
Also,
you can
James
get a
Petts
cream for that.
had a very important question about all the boxes under your layout. Are they structural? Because I did wonder this myself.
They are structural, and you can get bumper stickers which are structural. It says there, like, warning: do not peel this sticker off. It is structural.
Oh dear. So you're just going to sit and make out of everything tonight?
Yeah.
Aren't you? It's one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen. Jen is
Also,
in
you
a
can
mood.
get, and one of my favourite bumper stickers says this bumper sticker adds 0.5 brake horsepower. So there you go.
I'm sure that was scientifically
Andy
tested.
T741 says, also on a Ringfield motor, check the insulated wheels are in the correct position side. If it has been working and then it mysteriously stopped working, that would suggest, I would say the wheels will be in the right place, but it's more likely to be something to do with either a chafed wire or a trapped wire that's like squished through the insulation, or a build-up of carbon on the commutator.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
You really don't want a chafed wire though, because that's the worst.
The Growler Blackwood N-Gauge layout says, getting my new Class 319 back from Bachmann, £48 to repair the motor on a model just under 2 years old.
What?
I'm guessing the motor failed, but just outside of warranty.
Oh.
Now, what I would say is that you can buy replacement motors quite cheaply
Are they
online.
from Billy?
No, funnily enough, Billy has not muscled in on that market yet.
Yes.
But a lot of the motors that are in modern models are actually fairly generic, to the point where I discovered, because I ended up with some spare parts from GT3s, KR models GT3s, including some motors, and I had to replace the motor in my Hornby Class 56 because there was a problem with it. The GT3 motor is identical to the Hornby motor in the Class 56. Exactly the same. So it is possible to... Oh, it's gone wild! TARDIS by the points. And Ham Shackleton says, I saw a sticker on a bike pannier. It says, I'm burning carbohydrates, not hydrocarbons.
I like that. That is good.
And also, I like the sticker on the back of a Tesla. I'm not sure it was put there by the actual owner, but it said, powered by my own sense of smug self-satisfaction.
That's a Simpsons quote, and I
Yes,
approve.
it is, yes. And Nigel Cole says, can I buy replacement speakers? Yes, Billy will definitely sell you some, but more on a serious note, speakers, easy peasy. All the manufacturers use a pretty similar speaker, it must be said. Lots and lots of people spotting that TARDIS. Yeah, I thought we'd give you a nice obvious one. Yeah,
What's
Zantex everybody spotted it. Knew
course they
you
have.
would. Valley's 56XX says, if there was a red button in the deepest cave in the world marked do not press, the electricity would not be switched on before somebody pressed it. Yeah, it's like, and when you press it, does a sign light up that says do not press this button again? Melchester Model Railway says, if you can read this bumper sticker, you're driving too close. I saw one on the back of a transit van that had a tow bar, and it says, if you can read this, I've lost my caravan.
I like that.
Yeah. Or the other like warning, wife on board.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, it's going to be one of those nights, is it?
Yes, it is. Right. Aaronville says, Jenny, do you have a full list of all your engines, coaches, and wagons? I do have a full list of all my locomotives, and I keep that. So I've got a record of mostly which ones have got sound, which ones have got Bluetooth control, and also what their DCC address is.
Because that's quite useful. You have got a bit confused before, didn't you?
Yes.
At that last Ratchery train show.
Yes, and I didn't have any means to read them, so I had to kind of guess a little bit.
You got there eventually.
I
Wow,
did
this does not
actually.
want to stay down.
Well, you'll have to stick your finger on it for a while.
No, it just doesn't want to stay stuck.
You will just hold it for about 5 minutes. That'll do the
Did, and
job.
then it just peeled off again.
Naive Gauge asks, do any Monday clubbers make their own points or hand-lay track work? I'm sure some of us do. I've tried track, not my thing. I did do it just to prove I could.
Track, not even once.
No, track, just the once.
I think you missed the point of the joke there, Jen. Track sounds like crack.
Oh, right. Aaronville says... oh, no, sorry, I've already read that one out. Sarah Davis says, home at last. All right, welcome back. Let's press the button. Press the button.
Pressing C buttonsies.
Press the button.
Was that necessary? That
It was actually. I'm at that age.
yes, that age. We've all been at that age.
Richard. Oh yeah. We've the TARDIS has been spotted. So I don't know
Hand
whether
laying track in N scale. Hand built N gauge track. That's just.
some of the
That
N-gauge.
sounds like a punishment that you get from a
Yeah.
court.
2mm fine scale modelers. We take our hats off to you because that is like. It's like there's a room somewhere in hell. It's like you will spend all of eternity laying N-gauge fine scale track.
Hooray!
Bluegrass Rail fan says, I keep a spreadsheet in Google Drive of all my engines and cars so I can bring it up on my phone at train shows. That's a really good idea.
I do the same thing with games.
Zoe's got that for games, because otherwise you're trying to find a PlayStation 2 game that she hasn't got. You have to consult that list, otherwise you will just buy the same thing over and over again.
Not just that, but some of them are named the same thing. I have two games. One's called Smash Court Tennis. The other's called Tennis Court Smash. This is not a joke.
Oh,
I
that's-
have two games that are called the same thing in different orders.
Yeah. Roger Wollstonehome says, if you want something pressed, just say, wet paint, do not touch.
No.
Yeah. It's like, and cement as well. What is it about freshly laid cement that gains a footprint? And dog paws.
Well, yeah. Like the worst is cats. We actually have archaeological evidence of cats being gits for 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Roman pottery with a paw print on it.
Yes. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Ham Shackleton says, I'm past that age. I stand up or sit down in sections.
Yeah.
Knockers Lane says, I got the soundtrack's Bluetooth in some of my O scale. Brilliant. Yeah, I did like it. It's a little bit difficult to get hold of in the UK, but certainly a great system. It turned up before the Hornby one did. But I've actually become quite a fan of the Hornby one. I really do like it. I think I'm up to 17 locomotives fitted with the Hornby HN7000
Wow.
decoders. Some of them are O gauge, most of them are 00. One is N gauge. I was quite impressed being able to do that. DJK666 says, freshly laid cement needs paw prints for good luck or something written in it. The Growler Blackwood N-gauge layout says, I enjoy laying N-gauge track, providing Pico have made it for me. Yeah, ready-made.
Providing it's been made, yes.
If you have to make it yourself, then
not-
that would be...
It's not as much fun. It really isn't.
Although Bluegrass Railfan says, I think true torture would be hand-laying Z-scale track. As you know, T-gauge. So you will make T-gauge track from scratch.
1 pico gauge track, please. A femtometer of track, please.
Yeah, you can't really say a pico track because it's like there's a company that makes tracks.
Yes, and it's very annoying that it's an actual freaking scale.
Spelt differently. And yeah, Leslie Gilpin Railway says, I know I have 3 copies of one book. Yeah, I got that as well because somebody keeps buying me the Simon Scarrow book, Gladiator.
I keep forgetting you've got that particular one.
Yeah, every time she sees it, she's like, oh, it's one you don't have. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you like Simon Scarrow. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I don't. But the thing is, I don't like the same Simon Scarrow.
Absolutely. Dongit's Mother always says, I just want Pico to make me track to a high enough standard. I want flat bottom to the same standard as their bullhead. They do it in O. Why not double O? I think we'll probably have to wait to when the tooling starts to wear out for their present range, then that might be the impetus for upgrading. It's obviously a huge investment, but yeah, the bullhead track that they do is really, really nice. We did do a review on it, and I love the points. So my next I do really want to build something using their bullhead track. But also, actually, I found online in one of the groups a photograph of an American logging railroad with a 12% grade switchback, and it's sort of laid on the side of a hillside for moving the logs, and it had one of those geared locomotives chugging down it. And I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at the KR Models announced locomotive and lumber cars, and I want to make a minimum space, maximum grade layout using something like DCC Concepts magnetic power base to get it to actually grip. And I think that that's going to be really, really good. I'm looking forward to that.
DCC that does actually sound quite interesting.
Yeah, DCC Locomotive James says, what code is your track? I use code 100. A lot of this is because you've got to remember I've been into railway modelling for rather a while, and I got back into railway modelling in 2000, so 23 years ago.
A long
time ago. It's a long time ago, and back then, Code 75 was a lot more expensive, and you could pick up Code 100 really, really easily, and I went with what I knew.
Yeah.
That's kind of locked me in a way, because that's what I've now got. It would be a big deal to you'd scrap the layout to change all this track, so it's just not going to happen. But if I was starting again, I'd use Code 75, and probably stuff like Bullhead. I'd really make the effort. But it's expensive. A lot of these, it's down to money. Anyway, what was our topic today?
Oh, well, thank you, Jen. You finally got to the topic.
Yeah,
today, the idea was diorama ideas or model layout ideas for festive and winter layouts.
Now,
because I know this is a personal favourite topic of yours.
Yeah, I love the idea of winter layouts, and what I would say is that probably an immediate idea, might be a little bit late this year, but building something as a plinth for your Christmas tree to sit on. And something like the Four Seasons layout kind of takes this idea where it's got like the hillock in the middle and the track goes round. You don't have to have the Lazy Susan, but you can have a winter scene with the train just going round with the mountain slopes up and then a means to mount your Christmas tree into that. Now this works better obviously with something like a fake Christmas tree rather than a real one, because otherwise it'll just rain needles and stuff. But certainly around the Christmas tree thing would be a great addition to any house. Right, looking down the comments, Michael Russell says, hi, been watching your videos for a while now, really enjoying them. What are the wire strippers you recommend, please?
Oh, those DCC Concepts ones.
That'll be these. There are many others that look like these, but these I find that they grip the wire much better. You get a much cleaner strip on them, and you can use them one-handed, and that is perfect when you're trying to hold something and you can just dump the end. It really makes doing stuff easier. So these are from DCC Concepts. I think they're referred to as their bus wire strippers. So if you do a search for BWS on the DCC Concept website, because that's its catalogue number, they're the ones that I recommend. They're very high quality. Larry Rogers says, for those of us on the other side of the pond, what is code 100 and code 75 track?
That's actually a really good point.
Right, when you see code and then a number, that's the height of the rail from sleeper tops in that's thousandths of an inch. So code 75 means that the rail height from top to bottom is 75 thousandths of an inch. Code 100 is 100 thousandths of an inch. Now US track is code 83, and that means it's 83 thousandths of an inch. So the smaller the code, the more fine scale the track is, and it makes the track look more to scale. I believe that code 75 is close to what the track should be in terms of rail height. And code 100 just came about because manufacturing ability and durability. So that's what the code numbers, you'll see it quoted for any other scales as well. So I think N gauge is code 80 for the regular track, or code 55 for fine scale. O gauge, I think that's code 123 or code 143. Right.
We'll be having some videos tonight.
Yes, we will be having
fairly soon.
Yeah. Zantec says, I use a Stanley blade, rolling the wire on the blade with my thumb. Oh, be very careful. You get it wrong, you will slice your thumb.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
And what I like about these is that you can do it one-handed. And that's worth a lot. When you're upside down under a layout, having to, there's so many occasions where you find yourself thinking, I need 3 hands. Because you're trying to hold something. But then conventional wire stripping, you'd use a pair of pliers and a pair of strippers, and you'd, do it apart. But then you need 3 hands, because, what's going to hold it? This does everything in one movement with one hand, and it really does make all the difference.
I remember the day you first saw that thing, you fell in love. That is perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. And never looked back, never used anything other than those since. Dongit's Model Railway says, code 75 is what it should be for bullhead. It should be code 82 for flat bottom. Yeah, flat bottom rail is chunkier.
Flat bottom rail, and
ironically,
makes the train set go round.
code 83, which is the US track, is the right rail height in fine scale for flat bottom, but the difference between US track and UK track and European track is that in the US they tend to have more sleepers, or as they call them, ties, per given length. So it's much denser on the railroad ties than we have with the railway sleepers. And there's many reasons for that, but it does make the track look somewhat different. Jennifer Horton says, trouble is, old school trying Hornby models have deep flanges, so can only run on code 100. That is correct. If you try and run older Hornby 00, Triang models or Trix models on code 75, they don't run very well because they literally ride on their flanges, bump along the sleepers. So that is another reason.
Would it be possible to replace the wheels? Or saw them down or something like that?
There's an old adage, you can polish a turd, but when you're done, it's still a turd.
Okay.
It's that there's some things that are just not worth doing. Knockers Lane says, Jenny, I have them strippers. No good for what I do. Oh, it's a shame.
Oh, that is a real shame. I'm surprised though.
Bluegrass Railfan says, I think we have 2,700 ties per mile of track most of the time. Yeah. I know that in the US, I think the reason that there's a larger number of ties is because a lot of US railroads were built on less well-graded bases. So certainly during the railroad mania period, railroads tended to be built quite quickly. I mean, certainly when you were places like New York, Baltimore, Ohio, the earlier railroads were very much built like the railways of Britain. But as they went further west, the grading was a lot cheaper, the substructure was a lot less, and by having extra ties, it helped with it stopped the track from moving around. So effectively, you traded sub-base strength for the strength that the ties gave you, and of course, wood was cheap. There was a lot of plentiful sources of wood. Whereas grading the track bed costs a lot of money, a lot of work, and when you've got like guys doing it by hand, that's usually the reason. And Ham Shackleton says a lot of US rails are still on wood sleepers and ties. Yeah, but a well-treated railroad tie will last 30 or 40 years. That's a long, long time, and is presumably significantly cheaper than a concrete or a steel tie. And so they do get used a lot. They still get used in the UK as well, but less and less so. We seem to be very much largely moving over to concrete ties or sleepers. But I remember as a kid going and sitting on the crossing gates at the end of Snuff Mill Lane in Cottingham near Hull, and on a hot summer's day, all you could smell was the creosote coming off the sleepers.
Yeah. They made creosote illegal.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, it's
because it's cancerous.
Yeah, it's not great for the environment. We've still got a 1 gallon drum of real creosote, which I saved from being binned. A friend of ours, his father died, so they're clearing out his stash, and he had like paint tins and stuff going back to the 1950s, and I spied a 1 gallon metal tin of real creosote, and I thought, I'm having that.
You literally cannot get it anymore.
No, yeah. It's like the smell of childhood. You're just like,
don't sniff it. Don't sniff it.
But no, I remember when people used to put that on their fences.
Yeah.
And a freshly creosoted fence, you'd smell it a mile away, but woe betide you if you rubbed your duffel coat on it.
Oh, you were getting a cracked arse that night.
Yes, I did. Flymo Chairman 1 says, I remember cutting sleepers for kindling. Really good kindling. No, but it's full of creosote. It makes a mess of your chimney. And, of course, smokeless zones. But anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch...
We're going to say, for legal reasons, don't burn creosote.
Yeah.
And for health reasons, don't burn creosote.
Don't sniff it. Bluegrass Railfan says, I still have creosote here. I'm aware that there's a plant of CSX in western KY. That's Kentucky. Yeah. Just because it's not used here doesn't mean it's not used elsewhere. But I think its days are limited. But it must be said that pressure-treated wood that's been pressure-treated with creosote doesn't rot for a long, long time.
No.
It's effective. Mark Wilson, our waxer of the DeLorean, says, have they not tried plastic sleepers?
Oh my goodness,
on
don't.
narrow gauge railways, I have seen them used on like down to sort of like 7¼ inch or 5-inch gauge railways, and they are very effective because they don't rot. They're completely inert. I've seen some really, really good uses of recycled plastic. It's actually agricultural grade plastic. So when you see the bales of hay and they're wrapped in the black plastic, well, it turns out that black plastic does get recycled, and it's sold for like fence posts so that the farmers can put up fences that do not deteriorate. But you can also cut that up and make railway sleepers out of them. And I've seen a few people laying their own miniature type railways use that in favour of wooden sleepers. Tony Wright says, Jenny, farmers can still buy creosote, but only in a large amount. That's not what they did with tobacco. They went, oh, actually, you can't buy a small amount. You have to buy a kilogram, and then you're gonna smoke it all. And then when you've done that and you're sick of it, you'll never buy it again. And it just seems a little bit weird. Look at this. Look, it's been a naughty.
You're a naughty.
Whole system's a naughty. So anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch, as I fix this because it's done its naughty thing again. Basically, around the Christmas tree is great for a Christmas-themed diorama.
I really like it, yeah. I've seen a very interesting thing that you can get these days for inserting into a tree.
Into a tree?
Yes. You know that a lot of the fake trees come in sections.
Right.
So you put on the top, the middle, the bottom in sections, and then you add the... Well, a section divider that I saw was essentially a shelf.
Ooh.
For a railway.
Oh, I like this.
And then the train ran through it.
Oh, that's interesting.
I love
like
that idea.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things, winter-themed things you can do for that. But there was at Worley, a lot of people said that one of their favourite layouts was the winter layout. And when you look at the pictures, it looked amazing. Now, I will give you a word of warning when you're doing winter-themed layouts. I've done a couple in my time, and they look great when you first do them. But you have to keep the dirt off them. They go grubby very, very quickly.
Unfortunately, white shows all the dirt.
Absolutely.
That doesn't want to go, does it?
Yeah, the rails get a little bit slippery.
You should put your rail cleaner around them.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
So yeah, you've got to keep them clean because white shows up everything. The moment there's a bit of dirt on, you've got grey instead of snow.
But the other thing as well, top tip for you, and I think that the winter-themed layouts that are on the exhibition circuit use this. Get yourself some colour LED strips, ones where you can pick the colour. You then turn it to a kind of blue light, and it really brings alive.
Do you want to show them what you mean?
Unfortunately, the remote control went with us to Rattery and is now in a box with the curtains.
Ah, well, we've done.
I do have some spares, but I would have to find them.
Then let's not bother. Look, there's bits everywhere, Jen. I didn't mean for you to go diving into your big drawer full of stuff.
You made me do it.
Oh my goodness. Time out, come back.
Okay.
Come back, we miss you.
Do you?
So guys, first up for our videos tonight is from Alan Reynolds, PVA J-Cloth Alan, who has asked, if you get a chance, could you zip through my video of a scratch-built block of 1950s flats?
Ooh.
So here we go.
Knockers Lane says, I stick with plastic sleepers. My layout cannot cope with concrete. Sarah Davis says, I love the smell of burning wood. Yeah, a real fire is really nice. What I love is when you've got proper, like, Welsh anthracite on the fire. That is the smell of my childhood in South Wales.
So we're going to jump through this.
Everybody had a coal fire because they're all miners.
So he's going to put in... Oh! I have a feeling it's going on his back seam.
Yeah. Oh, this is the thing. You can make a really nice, what I call almost a flat relief to a low relief type back seam with a lot of these things, like very much like the thing you're doing in N-Gauge. So he said to skip through this. So this is one that's well worth watching after the stream.
Absolutely. I'll put the link in. So, right, he's got his board set up, everything in place. Now he's got... there you are. So... Oh my goodness! Hand laid out.
Oh, that's nice.
That is very, very good. My goodness. So it's good.
David Scott says the program with Eddie Izzard has a winter-themed layout, quite impressive.
He's building it in sections, so it's going to be like a base relief. Or
Yeah. I love this layout, the way it sort of winds its way through all this complicated scenery.
Yeah,
it's a really interesting layout.
this really is.
So this is a year ago, and so we can see where it started.
And now, this is what I'm loving.
Oh, that's coming together.
Yeah, base relief is looking so good.
Within model
base or is it
railways,
bass? I can never tell.
within model railways, there's a lot of the stuff sold as creosote, not real creosote, just coloured white spirit type stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like
It's like
curtains.
things aren't as good. It's like the Humbrol paints aren't as good as they were.
That's a great idea as well. Actually, painting the curtains in the room as inserts.
Yeah.
I have some stuff from Metcalf that does stuff like this, but it's always a certain set pattern. I love the idea of doing a custom one yourself.
Bluegrass Railfan says, I miss photographing trains in the snow with snow flying everywhere is neat. That's turned out really well, actually. Look at that.
And
I love it. That has really come alive, and this is completely scratch built. And
look at the texture on that concrete. That is amazing.
I love the hand drawn windows. Actually, that really does add something special. So yeah, Bluegrass Railfan says that is a neat looking scratch build. James Petts, our impeccably dressed man, is improving of Welsh anthracite. Was it the hats off that we did for James Petts? No, that was it. I've got the wrong symbol. James Petts. Yeah, Scanman. James Petts.
Yes.
John JMC. Dominic Z, our Kickline correspondent. Mark Wilson. That's waxing the DeLorean.
I know what's waxing.
So there we are. I'll learn them eventually.
You know what?
Yeah.
That is a fantastic background that he's just made. And he makes it look so easy, even though it's clearly years of talent have gone into that.
I like the multiple levels on this.
I love it. Because the world is not flat.
But this, and it's so interesting with stuff zipping here, there and everywhere.
That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people saying this is really, really good.
I need to see it again. Where is it?
What
Has he actually put it in? I want to see it.
What are you looking for?
Put it into the back scene.
There
it is. Yes. Oh no! Go back! Go back! God's forgiven.
No.
I want to see it again. There. How good does that look?
If you look, see, it's behind on the building, so you've got a real depth building up.
That is so good, and that's the thing with the back scene. Having the bits forward and back is so great. Oh yeah. You have a similar thing, and now he's looking over there. It's like, to be continued.
Nice. Anyway, look, thank you so much for showing us that. It's been great to take a look at that. It's really coming along. I'm really impressed with that block of flats. That really came together well.
Yeah.
Within Model Railway asks, was the spelling mistake intentional? Well, you never know, actually. It's interesting that Great Central Railway at Hochley Hill have been restoring the signal box there, and down in the relay room, they've actually stenciled the numbers for the levers with all the ones back to front.
Why?
And the guy said, you may have noticed that the ones are back to front. This is not a mistake, or at least it's not our mistake. We're merely copying the mistake that the person who stenciled them in the 1940s did. And they basically got the stencil the wrong way round. So, mistakes do exist on signs. I mean, do you remember the one in the little corner shop opposite? And they had left the insert text here in the graphic. So this is... sorry.
I'm sorry, I had to not respond because I was trying to stifle a laugh. This one's from Eric Ray. He says, not for the Monday Club. But I kind of want to say it anyway.
But he sent it anyway.
Can't put it on the Monday Club. There might be children watching. A big club was trying to hire Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to open their Christmas fete, but found that he was already fully booked. What I can do, said the agent, is book you with Freddy, the brown-nosed reindeer. He can run just as fast as Rudolph, but he's not so good at stopping. To be honest, if there are kids watching, that's their kind of humour. So here's the other thing. We have our funny old songs, don't we?
Do we?
We three kings of Leicester Square.
No, you can stop now.
Selling knickers a penny
No,
a
we can stop now.
They're fantastic, no elastic. All our bums are bare.
Stop. Right, anyway, more videos, please. Oh, Wamgok says, evening, Jenny, Zoe, Topsy, and the Monday crew.
Topsy toaster.
Zoe, would you mind giving Gandalf a kick out of the biscuit barrel? Because that's
Wait, what?
that's an
What's going
indication
on?
there of lateness.
Is someone late?
Yes.
Oh, a Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
Thanks, Gandalf. Here we go.
Alan Reynolds at Buckland Junction says, oh, thanks so much for showing my video. Coming up next is a scratch-built station platform. I'm sorry about the spelling mistake. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it.
So,
I was just blown away. I didn't notice, to be honest. I was blown away with the quality of that build. It was
I didn't
really
notice
good.
a spelling mistake.
So, who have we got next? This
So-
Xantec?
This is Santak, and
So-
he says he hasn't been sending stuff because he's been a bit busy with the
Ooh.
depot scene on Pentland Junction.
So, right, bring this up. Let's, because we...
Let's go for it.
And just the Metcalf walling kits are some of my
Oh, they're
favourite
great.
card walling kits.
You can't go wrong with them.
I mean, there's a load in here that
Yeah.
I've used, and they work really well as part of the back scene. But I used them on my O gauge layout as well, and they work really, really well. Oh, that signal box is coming together nice. I mean, look at the detail. I like the little compound as well around it to keep the naughty people out, which you can see on modern stuff. But look, it's got an interior and
Nothing has
everything.
ever kept naughty people out. They're too naughty.
Yeah, but it keeps the casual naughty people out.
Ah, you have to be a professional naughty person.
Yeah.
do you?
Oh, have you? By the way, did you check that the sound is off?
Yeah.
Oh,
I checked that before we started.
GGS Railway says happy holidays all. Welcome to you. Great to see you. I hope
Hello.
you find you well.
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto Wagons,
Ah.
nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Yes. So don't forget to tickle that like button, share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. To be the first to know about new videos as and when they go up, do ring that notification bell. And this ensures that you
That's a
will
lovely
get to
backseat.
be told about the videos that you have chosen to want
Yeah,
to
as
watch.
opposed to YouTube just going, oh, I forgot.
Yeah, as opposed to YouTube going, watch this rubbish from Logan Paul.
You really only know one famous YouTuber, don't you?
I know, it's like I'm about as far from with it as it's possible to be without actually coming out the other side, flying around and being hip again. Right. And
That would be quite an amazing feat.
can I just say, the fact that I used the word hip suggests that I am not.
You're hip to the groove.
Yeah. It used to be with it, and then they changed what it was. Gary Lewis says, evening, Jenny, Zoe, and Monday Club. Sorry, late in the chat. Been
A
writing the
Monday
Crimbo
clubber
cards.
is never late, Toto Wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome. Where's my biscuit?
Hey, wait a minute. I haven't had any biscuits yet.
No, that's because Gandalf's eating them.
Um,
There were biscuits.
ballasting is coming along nicely.
It's looking
as well.
really good, actually. Oh, man, I've got my fingers covered in glue.
Oh,
This is your fault for
look at
making me
you.
do things.
Look at you, got sticky fingers. Gary. Oh, yeah. So I read that one out.
What's up? What have you missed?
Ruben Ashwell says, I won't even talk about famous YouTubers that aren't in communities of my interest. I don't know, apparently there was the Scottish Railway Modelers Awards. I didn't even know it was on. It just, a Cura Scale announced, we've won this award. It's like, I didn't know they were doing awards.
Oh. We'd have
So-
covered it if we'd known. They should have told us. We're here for everyone, guys. Do tell us.
Yeah, I was surprised that Charlie Bishop didn't win the YouTuber of the Year. That came as quite a
He
surprise.
didn't? Oh.
No, didn't even come second, which
My
I found
goodness.
was like a bit surprising.
Yeah, that is surprising. I thought he was widely regarded as the top guy.
Yeah.
So who did win that?
Somebody else.
Oh, you can't remember.
Yeah.
Lovely way that she covers up that she didn't realise.
it wasn't me?
Yeah, I think you'd have remembered if it was
I
you.
would have mentioned it. Right, Jennifer Horton says the Dave and Shirley Row under Milkwood layout, which I help exhibit. 1960s 009 was one of the first layouts to use forced perspective.
Oh, Jen.
Yep.
My goodness, I was actually
It
in
looks
your...
massive, but only 4 foot by 1 foot. Well, we're doing a little video on Friday. I feel all embarrassed now. All these people are going, yes, it's a very, very technical thing. We've been doing it for years. And then I muscle in, like with my size 11s and going, oh,
But
look.
in forced perspective, it would have to be a size 57.
Yes. So I dabble at it just a little bit. It's making me feel that I need to film a little extra insert now to make it look a bit better. I'm going to use some N-gauge walling and an N-gauge car. I'm going to add a little bit to the video because I now feel that I'm just a little bit like muscling around. Look at me, I'm an expert. Not. Where are we? Oh yeah, Sarah Davis says, Zantex, someone's stolen the lead from your engine shed. I've no room.
I did notice that, but I didn't want
They
to say
put all the
anything.
money into the fence to stop the naughty people from getting at the signal box. They forgot
just
to
stole the
protect
fence.
them. Yeah.
So, I think we have seen some of this before, but it's always good to see something from Henry Van Wyck.
Values 56XX says the first layout to use forced perspective was Copenhagen Fields. I don't think that's strictly true because I've got the Model Maker's Handbook from the 1970s and that talks about it as well. I don't think it was such a big thing, but it suggests the science of doing it.
I believe we have seen this before,
Have
so
we?
I'm going to run a little bit, must say. Meanwhile, I've got almost finished on this, so I've now
You
got
have
some of
been
the
busy.
little bits in, and it's looking pretty,
So
pretty
yeah,
snazzy.
I think we saw this last week, didn't we?
Ah, okay.
Yes. So we did see this last week. So commented on the back scene being
Yes.
of Bloemfontein, and we had that confirmed.
I just love
it
that
is.
locomotive. It's such an interesting looking machine. Right.
So
Yeah, everyone's now saying who did win the YouTuber award.
oh, it's something like Dean Park or something like that.
Right.
So
When you mention things, you should remember that people are going to ask who won. It's good to have the information at your fingertips, Jan.
yeah.
Oh, entering power on the upper level. Power up!
Power Extreme.
I did love the Centurions as a kid. Man and machine, power extreme.
I do like the mirror to be able to see what's going on behind.
That is a great idea.
Yeah. Certainly for hidden sidings like that, I think it's essential so you know what's there.
Yes.
But also, where it's placed, it tells you which direction the points are set.
That is true.
So as we saw this last week, not last week, the week before.
Yes.
Shall we?
We'll jump on. But
So
thank you
we
so
have
much
seen
for
that,
sending
but
that in.
thank you for that. It's a lovely layout. I do always enjoy our visits to Henry Van der Wyck's layout. Oh,
Okay. This one is from Lowrider.
so
And,
this is a 5-inch gauge.
So,
Well,
what
no,
we've-
I've just pressed the button. Oh.
Jenny, right.
You were about.
I
to
was trying to do something, and then you jumped in.
Okay,
I told
my
you to wait. Right, you've destroyed the joke, you see.
Oh, I'm
Because
sorry, I
Low
didn't-
Rider has sent us an email saying, "Hi everyone, I know you're both into your gronks, but how would you like 5 inches of gronk?"
Who told you we were into Gronks? It's like.
Okay, you can now press it.
Oh, press the button.
This is Ivor. It actually is Ivor.
Yeah, didn't you know there was a Class 08 which was nicknamed Ivor, the engine.
I did, but I didn't realise that you could get a 5-inch scale one, unless this is made himself.
Well, Well, he's painted it. Yeah, there's quite a few. I think John JMC, our guru of sound, has.
Beep, beep. I don't know why I said beep
one.
beep.
You always say beep 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 beep.
Every time I show a spaceship that I've done from one of the Star Trek ones on Twitter, I refuse to call it X, it's Twitter.
Yeah, Valley's,
I always put out beep beep.
Yeah, Valley's 56XX. Yeah, Copenhagen Fields. Actually, I'm sure it was definitely around in the 80s because it was featured on Blue Peter.
This is a really nicely done model. I love its digital display of speed as well.
Yeah, that's quite fast for a Gronk, mind.
Well, clearly it's a Super Gronk or a Mega Gronk. Mega Gronk. Mega Gronk. Mega Gronk. Gronk it up. Gronk, gronk, gronk,
Hashtag for legal and tax reasons. It's not a cult.
Cult is not a cult for legal and tax reasons. Your marriage may vary.
Oh, so actually it was YouTubers based in Scotland, so that's why.
That explains
That's
it.
why Charlie wasn't. Yeah, I think that's why Charlie wasn't on the thing.
To be fair, that is a good reason.
Ah. So we should have a competition for YouTuber of the Year for YouTubers based within the confines of this room, and I'd win.
The Jennytopia YouTuber of the Year. Does everyone know about Jennytopia?
No, shut up.
I decided just as a joke one time that I would declare our house a separate country. So Jen, being Jen, decided that she was therefore going to declare the attic as a separate country to the house that I declared as a separate country.
Yeah,
and she called it Jennytopia, and she wouldn't let me in without a passport.
Yeah. Yeah, we were younger and sillier back then.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah, the blue and red. I've actually got this Ivor the Engine. I got it in the RTC colours. It is a lovely, lovely model. I think Model Zone did it as a limited edition. Raymond Legs, yeah, world's fastest Gronk. We just saw Ixiom, the Class 46 in RTC livery, briefly on the other track. So it's a bit of an RTC thing going on.
5 inches of
But
Gronk.
this is quite a nippy little Gronk. This you'd think it would be a Class 09 or something.
5 inches of ultimate Gronk.
Yeah, Ed Flame 4291 says, hello everyone, hope we are all well at this time. Absolutely, but a degree of
Monday
lateness.
Clubber is never late to the wagons, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Gandalf.
Gandalf. I love this. Valley's 56XX says his toilet is seated away from his flat.
His toilet is what?
It's seated away from his flat.
Oh, right. Does that mean
Love
that,
it.
Does that mean if there's any dubious smells, you go, nothing to do with us?
Yeah, nothing to do with
That's the country next door, that is.
Rick Morley has a good question. Who's queen? Technically, I declared myself queen of Colandia, which
Yeah, she is a big queen.
which is basically Cabbage Land. That's why it was named that, Land of the Cabbages. And then Jen decided, well, since she was going to be better than me and lived in the attic, she was going to be Empress Jenny of Jennytopia.
So this is at Ruddington. Is this at the Great
This is
Central
different.
Railway North at Ruddington? Because I don't remember this being there last time I was there.
No, this
but
is different.
I haven't been there for a long, long time, but this is quite nice. They did have a ground level miniature ride on the railway. Copenhagen Fields was started in 1983,
I'm sorry, I
says
can't-
James Pett.
Every time someone says that, it's like, all I hear in my head is strawberry fields forever.
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
Oh dear. Right, what we got left? What have we got left? This is a really nice run, but I kind of feel like we need to jump on now because, don't you?
That I love a bit of Gronk action here.
That is true. You do like a Gronk.
And this is such a lovely day. I mean, we're
All right,
looking at
we'll
this.
watch it for a little
How
bit
much
longer.
longer is the video?
I don't know.
Well, you have the means to check.
No, I don't.
So we've got a big balloon loop here, and then you go back
Go on,
in
then we'll have a
through
look
the
at
other
more.
side of the tunnel.
Actually, that is pretty cool. I like those tunnels. I love that there's a safety cone in there.
Oh yeah, that's very, very safe because it's got a cone. Oh look, there goes Ixion the other way.
This is really nice.
I'm having fun here. This is lovely. Good night, Francis Wadsworth. It's been great having your company, and we'll catch you hopefully next time.
Take care and have a great night.
Simon Train's Model Railway Showcase, Gronk on Gronk action. Surely that's when two Gronks collide. Like two
When-
Gronks, no waiting.
Yes.
This is fun.
When
This
two Gronks go to shunt, go to shunt.
Two Gronks to midnight. Hand that rocks the Gronk to sleep.
So, Jen, we've got to make plans. Boxing Day lands on a Monday. Are we having a Monday stream, or shall we pre-record it?
And
so you can have time
I've already
off?
said that we're doing the year roundup and the announcement of the Jenny Kirk Choice Awards. Should we have a
Okay.
YouTuber category? So it'd be like the Jenny Kirk Choice YouTuber of the Year category.
Only-
Brackets, not Jenny.
Only if it's chosen from a list that's produced by the Monday Club Facebook group, where I'll set up a post where people can nominate people, and then you can have a look at the channels and choose your top one. I think that'll be the best way, because that way we can 100% decide that it's
See, I
not
might-
from your personal favourite.
no,
Oh,
wait.
good grief! That's
No.
a terrible advert.
Oh, I
Because
hate
I'm always
these
wary
awful-
of those types of awards to
Yeah.
fellow YouTubers. It feels, yes. Let me finish what I'm saying, please.
Yeah,
It
okay.
feels an awful lot like someone is just giving awards to their friends. So if it's
I know what you
from a
mean,
list
it's
of
like-
people
but-
that have been chosen by the community, that completely just
No, I
removes
think
that.
it would be nice.
I do as well, but I think it's important that we do it that way.
So, like, maybe have it as like the Jenny Monday Club YouTuber of the Year award. So, actually, it's more about the people who've been a part of our community, and seeing who people think deserves the award out of them.
Yeah, I like that.
So, Knockers Lane says, "I want an award." Yeah, me too. I'd like to win something.
Have you ever won an award, Jen?
No.
I won an award.
Did you? What for?
Most energetic walk.
Most energetic. Hold on. What award ceremony was this?
This was the leavers.
Was this the Monty Python
This
award?
was the sixth form leavers ball at my school, and everyone thought they were being so funny by giving me this award. So you know what I did?
Uh-huh.
I walked as slowly as I could from my seat to the to the awards. Picked it up, and then walked slowly back to my seat. So yeah, I can have fun too.
Right, okay. Anyway, meanwhile, no, I've never won, and that sounds to me like you've never won a real award.
No, I've never won an award. No, yes. Please, by all means, nominate. I'll make a post in the Monday Club.
So what will that be on? Facebook or YouTube?
It will be on the Facebook Monday Club page.
Okay.
I will also link it from the Discord, because we have a Discord, and I'm trying to make more use of it.
Okay.
And
So-
then we'll see what people say.
So the monkey of cupboardness is going to set that up, but I think we're currently in the process of discussing the awards, and they went down really well last year. Ellis Clark Trains actually has theirs framed in their showroom.
I love that.
Acura Scale has actually added it on the back of their catalogue. If you look on the back, it's like they list all the awards they've won, and it includes the Jenny Kirk Choice Award. I have to say that we're definitely doing it again this year.
Yes.
We're going to expand the categories, but I think that we will have the Monday Club YouTuber of the Year. And what I will say is, why is that? Oh, right. That obviously will not include me, so please don't try and add me to the listing, because it looks quite sad and tragic if I'm in the running to win my own award. That is like... It's like,
Yeah.
it might as well be.
The Jenny Kirk sympathy vote.
No, it's like the silly things that your mum gets you when you didn't do well at something.
Yes.
Sarah Davis says, Jen sent that item Saturday. They said it won't be collected till today, which was typical. Yeah, the post has been a bit weird at the
The
moment.
post has not been weird. The
Ooh.
post is overloaded.
Oh, so where was this?
This is the Rainhill Model Railway Show. This has been sent in by
Oh.
Richard Swiderski.
Oh, look,
And
there's
it's
an
really
abbreviated, some abbreviated locos there.
I like them.
So-
Have we got any sawn-off Gronks?
Oh, I like
So-
that. That little yellow. So this looks to be 009, but this is quite nice actually.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this.
So,
It'd be even more sad if
Oh,
he came second.
Will Tucker says Toaster of the Year. Is that a pop-up award? I like that.
Nice.
see what you did there. I really do like
009 has been your thing, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm very much an N-Gage person.
So, I mean,
the stream is broken.
has it? Buffering. So, I don't know if... Are we coming through?
Stream is healthy.
But a lot of people are saying they're buffering, so that must be YouTube?
YouTube's got a problem. But our signal is going through.
Okay, can we have the thingy back?
Yeah, everyone says it's back.
So
I will check on my phone just to see what happened there. But it should be okay from our end.
Yeah, although it's like Leslie Gilpin Railway says, I got buffering too. Only a railway stream. But no, we're going to expand the awards. I need to look, because there's no point in having like N-Gage rolling stock of the year if we've not actually reviewed any. But I think what we're going to have is O-Gauge model railway item of the year, N-Gauge model railway item of the year, and then 00 will be split up to be locomotive of the year and rolling stock of the year. This just reflects the fact that we review a lot more of those.
My phone won't even connect.
So we're going to have... That's 4 awards there. Then I also want to have Best Scenic Product, and I also want to do Best Innovation in the Hobby.
Which I think is going to go to the time that we stuck 5 different Gronks together with sellotape and created a Mega Gronk.
No. Oh, I do like a bit of 03 action. And a 25.
Action.
Oh, I love that. It's like, there's just something about this sort of period. There's like 1970s BR Blue.
I've never understood your obsession with just the flat colours. And saying, I'm sorry, but there are so many nice possibilities out there.
There's something about it. Oh, I've got that. Oh, look, the inspection car. It's there, and it's there, and it's there. Oh, it's good, that. There's just something about it. I don't know. It's like the bleak. The 1970s, I'll have to look at what we've reviewed N-Gage wise. I know we did the 66. I've actually got this awful feeling that there's not enough N-Gage either. So there may not be an N-Gage award because there just wasn't enough. But we'll see. As it stands, I'm going to be looking at N-Gage model, 00 gauge locomotive, and 00 gauge rolling stock, and then O-Gauge model. So that's 4. Best Scenic Product, Best Innovation of the Year.
Best in Show?
No, and then we'd also have Best Monday... I wouldn't say best. I think that'll be wrong. But for Monday Club YouTuber of the Year.
Yeah.
I think should. So that would give us 5.
Yeah, that's a boy
7.
calling the YouTuber of the Year best.
Yeah. But I think the Monday Club YouTuber of the Year, we should look to do that.
Okay.
Debbie McMillan suggests, what about the most inspirational modeler? I suppose we could just mail a certificate straight to Mark Wilson, but...
We did that last year.
Did we?
Yes.
What did we send him?
He got Monday Club of the Year.
Didn't think we did that.
We did a Monday Club person. Yeah, the one that we did a Monday Club.
About that. I forgot about that.
Oh my goodness, what are you like?
Yeah.
Right, that's done.
This is nice. I do like a Baldwin.
I'm going to jump on a little bit because there's a lot in this. It's a 30-minute video, and of course we can't show all of that.
No. Whamgock says best bargain loco of the year. No, I think
that's a problem one. Oh my goodness! Look at the water effects.
Okay, we need Isle of Morella Railway 009. What water effects?
Oh, it's not water. I thought it was a water effect.
Hey,
it looked like it had waves that were moving, and it's actually just the shadows on the cloth in front. Okay.
Zoe.
Yeah.
Slap yourself, would you? Oh! Right in the hooter. Right. Leslie Gilpin Rower says Debbie is pretty inspirational, as you both saw at Rattery. Absolutely. And it was great to see so
one was
many
Debbie?
people
Was she
at
the one that
with the American
the woman that had made it with her grandkids and then decided to make a layout all herself during lockdown? Was she the one?
I know it was the first outing for the layout, but it was the American one.
Yeah, I liked that one. That was good.
Machine NZ says, "Hi Jenny and Zoe. A wizard is never late."
A Monday clubber is never late, Toto wagons, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You're welcome.
Okay, I have one thing to say.
What was that? Sorry,
My joke was ruined by the fact that I needed to cough. Oh my
That
goodness.
sounded like Honky Horace.
Let me try
had
this
a frog
again.
in his throat.
Look at the layout!
Oh,
That is amazing.
I
Oh,
like
that quarry is so well done.
That is nice.
Oh my... How big is this thing? Oh, that is great.
Ooh, I do like that.
Look at that crossed off bit. Oh! Look at the pirate ship in the middle.
Yarg.
This is my favourite.
That is fun.
Is that a house going round on a railway? There's a house on the back of that railway.
Yes. That is nice.
That's a
fun.
Metcalfe castle. It's got lights in it, but it's a Metcalfe. And there's a house on the back one.
That's fun.
What railway is this? I love it. I love it, and I need to
fun.
see more of this.
That is fun.
That
Look
is
at the
so good.
toadstools. That is actually really nice and fun.
Oh my goodness.
Mark Wilson, our waxer of the
That is the
DeLorean, says,
best.
"No, thank you. I do not need any awards. I just do what I do what I do, just trying to help with inspiration if I can." You do.
Thank you so much.
And we do jest, but you are a
And
great
that's why we
inspiration.
appreciate you so much. That was so good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for sending that in, Richard. That was great.
Peachy TT120 says, "I'm very late. Sorry."
A Monday clubber is never late, Peachy TT120, nor are they early. They arrive precisely when they mean to.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Gandalf.
Gandalf. Right, before we go to the next one, I have to show this off. So we're going to the rostrum camp.
Oh,
And hello there, Jenny.
hello.
This is what I need to show you.
I'm glad that I wore a long skirt today.
Yeah, I
'cause,
checked
like,
before I moved it.
Yeah, because
Here we are. The Metcalfe Castle Wednesday.
Castle what?
Hotel Wednesday, even.
Hotel. Yeah,
It's got the castle on the side. It's an interesting bit. I have damaged there. I'm going to have to cut these off because I slightly did it wrong and I've put it there where I've kind of missed
it's
out.
come together quite nice,
But aside
actually.
from that, I'm really impressed with just how well this is going to get. I love the different colours on on the tiles, and that's 2 weeks of a little bit here and there, and enjoying myself while I've been talking to you guys.
Actually, talking about forced perspective, that would be quite nice on a hillside at the back of your 00 gauge layout to give a real sense.
A real sense of scale.
Yeah.
That is what I started
I'm
last week,
actually-
so it's been like
I am eyeing up in that corner and thinking.
3 hours of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. You want that? I was going to put it in one of my box file layouts.
No. Johan Swanepoel Swanee
I'm
says
very
that
happy with that.
previous layout was awesome, so different.
Yes, wasn't it so
yeah,
good?
and it was fun.
And
really
it actually matches with
fun.
something I was talking to Jen about the other day, which is the idea of what can we do with the Metcalfe Castle kit that I built for that review ages ago that we haven't done anything with.
Yeah.
And the answer is a fantasy style layout. I would
Yeah.
love to do it.
Can I have the top of my head back?
Yeah, I would love to make that kind of layout. And something like a fold out chest of drawers or something like that. I know it's not there, I know. And make it so that it's interesting. And you can put it away when you're finished. But it would be so cool.
Wamgok says, "I've just been to our club Christmas running evening." And
Nice.
that was supposed to be our theme. We have talked a little bit about Christmas stuff. What I would say is blue LEDs, not like blue, but that sort of slightly washed out whitey blue is really, really great for making a winter layout look amazing. And we do actually have the means up here to change the LED lighting to all sorts of different colours. But certainly, if you want to make a much more wintry feel, LEDs for the lighting
It really does
makes
work.
a difference.
So this one's from Mark Saunders, and it's just a comment regarding some of the stuff that you've put out before regarding bargains. If you'd like to have a look at that.
So, hi Zoe and Jenny. I got my Ruston diesel in BR Blue from Hornby. as this one was selling out, I used my reward points and got it for under £100 plus a free locomotive and a 4-foot real Christmas tree. Well, happy. Enjoy your videos. Very much all the best, and sorry for the poor jokes. Monday Club. That's Mark, 1968 Concord.
Yeah.
And actually, that locomotive, is that this locomotive?
That's that one, yes.
So, this is that locomotive. We're going to be doing this on the second channel.
Yeah.
Sooner rather than later. But yeah, that's a good deal. And
Really good deal. I'm
I
very
am
impressed.
curious how the 4-foot Christmas tree actually arrives. I'd imagine it'd lose all its needles if they put it through your letterbox.
It's a card kit. You stick it together.
I can imagine though, the postman would just shove it through the letterbox and it'd be like, and all these needles would fly off, and you just get a stick.
Who stuck this foot through my door?
Who's to put this 4-foot stick through my letterbox?
And why is outside covered in stuff?
Yeah. James Pett says, Christmas. I approve of Christmas. I like to have at least one a year.
Oh, wish it could
Only the
be
one?
Christmas
Oh.
every day.
Oh, you slacker, James. You slacker. You should have at least 4. Warbler Production says, I will be having 2 whole weeks off over Christmas. We'll be starting my box file layout during that time.
I'm intending to have a box file layout too. That's why I'm putting together
And
these
hello,
things.
Partick Hill Station and a 156 Andrew.
They're Nordman trees. They arrive by
Oh, right.
special delivery.
Right, it's special delivery. You get a notification. Normal. So, right, interesting. Leslie Gilpie-Brower says, hi, Jenny, the tree might come from the local petrol station. Yeah, petrol station flowers. For when you need to say sorry, but you can't really be all that bothered.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
you need to say sorry, but you're not that sorry.
Yeah.
So next up we have from...
For when you need an anniversary present and all the other shops are shut. Happy anniversary!
Oh, you remember, Jen?
Yeah, what?
Your little choo-choo.
Oh, yeah,
one
it's,
chew.
It's struggling a bit on the
So,
grade.
while Jenny is pushing a choo-choo around, we've got a message from Charlie Chimp who says,
Oh, hello.
good evening, ladies. Please find enclosed a photo my brother took when I took my Hogwarts Express to his house. He and his wife and daughter have never experienced a train set before, and you should have seen the delight on their faces when it was running. Yeah, it is a nice-looking locomotive. I like the red that it's in. I just really hate the person who wrote the books. My brother was so excited as he was getting down on the floor to get different views. I think every household should have a train set. They bring so much happiness. Yes. So you let them buy your Santa Express.
James Pett, our man who says I approve, says in 1987 I had 2 Christmases, one normal one and one in August because it was raining and I found my grandmother's Christmas tree. Boom!
Nice. There we go. That, like I say, the red is really good on this thing. It's a really nicely designed logo. It's a castle class, isn't it?
No, it's a hall.
It's a hall class, right?
Yes. I've got a photograph somewhere.
Why didn't
of
they
the-
use a castle class for
It
Hogwarts
wasn't
Castle?
available. So I've actually got a photograph, the real one in this livery, just after they filmed the first film, I think it was.
Right.
It was at a Crew Works open day.
We could always tell when the next Harry Potter was coming out because half of the road up to my university was closed. It's like, get away! I want to go and get drunk in the bar, and you've closed off the
They
street.
filmed a lot of stuff. Hey, it was even worse. It was like they filmed in my college.
I know, you must have been so happy.
Yeah, it's like, oi, up it.
Valleys56XX says, I find Harry Potter a bit derivative. Oh, you
Yes,
mean,
you
yeah.
and me both. It's basically ripping off Enid Blyton crossed with J.R.R. Tolkien, isn't it? And like,
No.
you know, yes.
No, she's a Poundland Enid Blyton
Yes.
who mentions a lot of stuff that Tolkien would do.
Didn't I just say?
I'm not finished. The Horcruxes for Voldemort are basically the phylactery from Dungeons and Dragons, and the way the university keeps changing, the school keeps changing, is Unseen University from Terry Pratchett's Discworld to the point where Pratchett used to get lots and lots of angry emails from kids who thought that he'd ripped off Harry Potter.
Yeah. So did he regret not suing?
I don't know, but it's like one of those things. Oh, and Neil Gaiman had a wizard in the 80s with a scar on his head, and it's from the Books of Magic, and guess what he got as well? lots and lots of angry emails about being derivative.
From thick people who hadn't
Yeah.
bothered checking the dates. Ah, right. Oh yeah, Jennifer Horton says also very suspiciously like the worst witch.
Yeah,
books.
she's a Poundland in a Blyton.
Yeah, and she's not a nice person either.
No, she's
anyway,
not. Shall we move on?
meanwhile, Will Tucker, you've not missed anything, to be honest with you.
We've had some rants.
Aaronville says, I'm still waiting for a HM7000 Bluetooth 6-pin DCC chip from Hornby for my Hornby Stevenson's rocket.
oh
Would
my
you know
goodness.
if they might still provide it when it...
I've just realised we are at 9 o'clock.
I believe that they're due out at some point next year, so 2024. I think the release date that they're currently quoting is reasonably accurate, but they haven't appeared in the beta testing group yet. So you're going to have to wait a little bit. They're still working through the sound stuff. But as soon as I see samples appearing in the beta test group, I will let you know.
Sarah Davis.
What?
J.K. Rowling has milked a small wizard more than Debbie McGee. Oh, that was perfect.
You, madam, have won the stream. But yeah, Aaronville, you're welcome. But
J. Paul Anderson says J.K. Rowling's a nice person to give £1 billion to charity. No, she didn't. She gave so much to charity she was no longer a billionaire. It's a difference.
Yeah.
And she actively funds groups that hate people like me and Jen.
Yes.
And want us to have no rights.
And so if you're wondering why, hey, they're riffing a bit hard on J.K. Rowling, that's why.
Yeah, she hits us. So the final one we've got for tonight is, because we are now past 9 o'clock, is from Melchester Model Railways. He says, hope you're well. Haven't sent a video for a long time. So here's a very short one for the Monday Club if you have time. It's a Banana Express.
P.S. I'm nearly at 1,000 subscribers, so if you can play my video, maybe I will be able to get to that magic number. 1,000
It's
is
a
the
magic number. Oh, yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Valley's 56XX. Absolutely.
Much thanks, and as always, for yours and Jenny's efforts.
Right, are we going to play it? Because we're out of time now.
We are. This is a bonus one. Here we go.
So this is a bonus final one.
Here we go. Have I pressed yes? Yes, I have. So here we go.
So, ooh.
This is a lovely looking layout. I love
Is
how...
this, like... Oh, right, so I thought it was going to be like just keep pulling a train out of that little shed.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
That's an interesting smoke. Is that a sooth smoke?
Banana Express.
Yeah. Banana!
Oh my goodness. Peachy TT120 says, I built Gringotts Bank and was the senior pattern maker for all the windows on Hogwarts.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That is actually a really
No, I mean,
nice
like,
thing.
don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people who worked on that who are incredibly talented. Our beef is with the
just
writer.
Yeah. There's a lot of people around that did a lot of good work on that. I will say straight off, I enjoyed the films. And the worst part is, she's a damn good writer. I cried at the end of Deathly Hallows when I read the book. She's a good writer. She just hates people like us.
Yeah.
And that's the worst part. It's like, yeah, Roald Dahl was a great writer, but he was an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong to point the bad things out.
Lovecraft was the kind of racist that other racists went, do you want to tone that racism down? It's getting a bit
One of my favourite
uncomfortable.
authors, but I would not want to meet him.
No.
Anyway, guys, take care.
Anyway, yeah, look, you guys take great care of yourself. It's been an absolute honour to have your company again here on Monday
Charlie
night.
Chimp, no, don't apologise. This is not what was. I do feel bad for going on a rant, but yeah, it wasn't his intention. He says he just wanted to share the magic of a train set that could bring.
No, we
absolutely
enjoyed
understand.
the picture. So don't feel bad. Please don't feel bad.
Can I just point one thing out though? Dongits, you've dropped into the trap. Every time Lovecraft's mentioned, someone says, "What did he name his cat?" He didn't name the cat. His granddad named the cat.
Oh, would this be the same sort of name that's in the name of the dog in Dam Busters?
It's a little bit worse. It's that word,
Yeah.
then man on the end. Yes.
I mean, it's like, well done. You had to be trying to get that
Yeah,
racist.
which is why whenever The Rats in the Wall, which has the cat as a cameo, whose actual cat is in that book, whenever it's done now, they call the cat Coco.
Right. I'm with you. Anyway,
Take care, guys. I've got to rush
Absolutely.
off and get set for the next one, so I'm going to say good night.
And
Jen,
don't
are you
forget-
staying around for a bit?
yeah. Hold on. Let me talk. Come on. Let
On
me
your
talk.
own show. Why would I do that?
So don't forget, and we have overrun here. We're having such a great time. We've
Yeah, it's been
overrun.
a great night.
And don't forget that we've got some great videos coming up this week. We're going to be going over the Bachmann Class 37, comparing it to the Curascale one. And actually, you might be pleasantly surprised. The reason I've done this is because they're in the sales at the moment. So you can now start to get the Bachmann 37s for about the same price as the Curascale ones. So I'm taking a look and seeing, are they worth it? Friday's video is on forced perspectives, to look out for that one. And then we're getting ever closer to Christmas, so look, take care of yourself. There's plenty of bargains out there. And do let me know if you find any that I haven't spotted and told you about, because then we can tell everybody.
By the way, Jen, do we have a sponsor today?
We do. I'll get to them in a moment. But don't forget that your live stream entertainment will continue after this stream. You'll give them the option to head on over to Gamehammer Classic Gaming Live. This is Monday Night Live. What are you playing tonight?
Whatever people ask. Monday Night Live is the Anything Goes retro gaming
So it's
show.
the Anything Goes Retrovator.
Within reason. I'm
yeah.
not playing strip poker and actually stripping.
You
It's
don't
too cold.
have strip poker.
I do. I have Sam Fox strip poker.
Oh, for God's sake. So,
Jen, do we have a sponsor?
yes, we do. So,
Here we go.
hold on. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to WWC Next. We are an award-winning specialist and manufacturer for miniature scenery modelling. We are proud to have produced one of the best-selling ProGrass micro applicators, and we've refined our quality products and systems with both beginners and expert modelers in mind. We supply and manufacture everything you may need, from static grass applicators, static grass tufts, handcrafted MDF and hand-poured resin products, all designed and curated in-house, with you, the modeler, in mind. You can find us at www.scenics.com or in store at Unit 6, Buford Court, Plasmal, Swansea.
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. Sarah Davis has a great response. I only heard about the Sam Fox game today. I mean, seriously? Prawn on a rubber keyed 48k specky? Well, it's wiped clean. And with that, good night. A train now departing as the 2108 service to Butts Farting, stopping at Bolton Trinity Road, Mineth Tatis, Tatis Newith, Grove Street Yard, that unnamed layout that Jenny said had a name and then she admitted later that it didn't have a name, so it's now called the unnamed layout, Pittsburgh, somehow, Eindhoven, and then on to Butts Farting. That's the 2108 service to Butts Farting. If you go.
Oh. Apparently, if you go up to the loft today, you have Zoe just about to
I've got a nosebleed.
have a nosebleed.
I thought I had. Oh.
Oh well, that'll make sure you have a nosebleed, won't it?
Knockers Lane, we didn't ignore the vids that you sent in.
We just ran out of time. Unfortunately, we get sent
So many,
a
but we're going to
lot
have to
of
show them
videos.
next week.
So, unfortunately, it is one of those things that we do try and get through them, but we run so far behind. We give over a half an hour, quarter of the show, to showing off people's videos. Unfortunately, we get sent probably about 60 or 70 videos every week, so it's really, really difficult for us
But
to
we
keep
will
up
get
to
them
date.
next week.
But yes, we will get to them, rest assured.
Okay, take care, guys. I'll see you over at Gamehammer, and wish you all the best. Jen, if you want to use that for force perspective, you can. But
I don't think there's anywhere I can
no,
realistically
there isn't,
put
so
it.
you'll have to note. But I had to give you the options.
Okay, well, if you leave it here, I'll have a think.
Will it be a good hard thing?
It will. It'll be, I think, so hard that the lights might dim.
The lights dimmed yesterday. That was weird.
Yeah, I did. Right. Anyway, come on.
Do I have to?
Yeah, you're doing your own stream now. Come on.
Bye-bye. I'll leave you the Coke because I'm going to have a monster. Because I'm
What?
doing an all-nighter.
What?
To get your videos too.
Oh, okay.
There's a one for you if you want it in the morning.
Would you want to take your thingy? Because like you moaned that. Sorry, anybody who's listening to this, we're just having like a little bit of a.
Jen,
Yeah.
have a good night.
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, you right. Be good now.
Well, don't get caught.
Hold on. Let's. Oh no! It's a tumble of clowns. Yes, it's 14 coaches on the blue-grey train.
Oh,
It's
hello.
Oh no, it's a tumble of clowns. So, thank you everybody for joining us here on the Monday Club. We're going to be rounding off the stream now, and certainly it's been great having your company. You take great care of yourselves. And we'll be back next Monday, but in the meantime, we've got our Wednesday video, which is looking into the Bachmann Class 37s, the new tooled versions, and how they compare to the Acura scale now that they are on sale for around the same price. And Friday will be our Force Perspective video, and it's always great to have your company. If you haven't already done so, do please tickle that like button, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell to be the first to know about the new videos as and when they go up. But don't forget, your live stream entertainment can continue. You'll be receiving a prompt in a moment, which will give you the option to join the Gamehammer Classic Gaming Monday night Anything Goes live stream. But from all of us here at Weir Yard and the Monday Club, thank you for joining us. Take care, and bye for now.